What if the trees were watching you the whole time? What if your every move was being watched and tracked by something intelligent? Do you think you could maintain your composure if you felt like you were being stalked by an unseen predator? Well, whatever you do, don't turn your back. For decades, hikers and campers have vanished in a stretch of forest known only to locals as the place that watches. Campsites are found abandoned, food untouched, and belongings neatly placed as if their owners simply stood up and walked into the trees. Search dogs refuse to enter, and survivors whisper about shadows moving between the branches, always just out of sight. Tonight, you find yourself at the forest's edge, staring into the darkness. You came here seeking answers to the disappearances. But what if the forest has already noticed you? The night is alive with the sounds of the forest. A lone owl hoots in the distance. Crickets chirp their incessant song, and the wind rustles through the leaves like 1,000 tiny voices. The fire crackles merrily, casting dancing shadows on the surrounding trees. The flames seem to reach towards the darkness beyond the firelight, as if trying to pierce the gloom. You pull your jacket tighter around you, not from the cold, but from a sudden inexplicable chill. The hair on the back of your neck stands on end, and you can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. You've come to this remote forest seeking answers. For years, rumors have swirled around these parts about people disappearing without a trace. At first, you dismissed them as the tall tales that always seem to surround rural areas. But then you started hearing stories from people you knew. Hikers who never returned from the woods, campers who vanished from their campsites, and those who did return, bearing tales of eerie shadows and unsettling whispers. Curiosity turned to intrigue, which soon blossomed into full-blown obsession. You scoured local news archives, piecing together accounts of the missing and the strange occurrences in this unnerving woodland. And now you're here, standing at the edge of the forest, ready to face your fears and uncover the truth. As you stand there, lost in thought, the wind picks up, swirling fallen leaves into miniature tornadoes that dance around your feet. The temperature drops even further, and you can't help but shiver. The darkness of the forest seems to press against you, heavy and suffocating. It feels like the trees themselves are closing in, forming a barrier between you and the safety of the road. You hesitate for a moment, torn between the desire to uncover the truth and the primal fear that screams at you to run. But you came too far to turn back now, so taking a deep breath, you steel yourself and step into the trees. Each step you take seems to echo in the oppressive silence of the woods. The canopy above you is so thick that not a single ray of moonlight dares penetrate it, plunging the forest floor into near darkness. The air grows colder, clammy and thick, making it hard to breathe. The scent of damp earth and decaying leaves fills your nostrils. But there's something else too, something indefinable, yet distinctly unpleasant, like the stench of a lurking predator. And then you hear it, a low growl that seems to emanate from the very heart of the forest. It's not the sound of a wild animal, but something more sinister, more deliberate. Fear clenches at your heart, and you break into a run. You stumble over tree roots and fallen logs, your breath ragged in your throat. But the growl gets louder, closer, and you know you can't outrun whatever's pursuing you. Turning, you scan the shadowy trees, but see nothing in the dim firelight, except for the darkness pressing in on all sides. You are utterly alone. Where are you? A twig snaps underfoot, and you whirl round, heart pounding, to see a pair of eyes gleaming at you from the shadows. They're not the eyes of a wild animal, but human. Then a figure steps out of the darkness, their face obscured by the gloom. You call out, your voice trembling, hoping it's one of the searchers, but it can't be. No one knows you're here. You're the only one who ventured into the forest tonight. But the figure continues to stare at you, unmoving, and as you watch, a smile slowly spreads across their face. It's a cruel, predatory smile that reveals teeth that are just a little too sharp, eyes that are just a little too bright, and you realize with dawning horror that you're not alone in the forest. Something or someone has been watching you the whole time. Now that the game is up, they're coming for you. The creature takes a step forward and you instinctively recoil. But where can you go? The trees are a suffocating wall around you, offering no escape. The growl sounds again, closer than ever, and the creature is upon you before you can react. Its touch is icy cold, like touching a sheet of ice. And you scream, a primal, wordless sound that echoes through the silent trees. But your scream is cut short as the creature's hand clamps over your mouth. Its grip is like iron, crushing the air from your lungs. You struggle, thrashing wildly, but its strength is unnatural, inhuman. It's too strong for you to fight. And then you feel it, a searing pain in your shoulder, as sharp as a knife. You cry out, clawing at the wound, but it's no use. The creature is dragging you into the darkness, deeper and deeper into the forest. You try to scream, to call for help, but your voice is gone, stolen by the creature that now has you in its clutches. As it pulls you along, you catch glimpses of its face in the firelight, and each time you do, you're filled with a growing sense of dread. Its eyes burn with an eerie, otherworldly light, and its smile is a grotesque parody of humanity. You struggle against its grasp, kicking and screaming silently, knowing that your fight is futile. Suddenly, the creature stops, and you're thrown to the ground, landing hard on the forest floor. You look up to see the creature standing over you, its silhouette framed in the firelight. It leans closer, and you can see the triumph in its eyes, the predator who has finally caught his prey. It opens its mouth in what seems like a mocking grin, revealing teeth that are long and sharp and definitely not human. And then it strikes, sinking its fangs into your shoulder, and you black out. When you wake up, you're lying on a cold, hard surface. Your head pounds, and you can feel blood trickling down your face. You sit up, and your gaze falls on the creature that has become your captor. It's sitting on a nearby rock, and as it turns its head to look at you, you can see the satisfaction in its eyes. You try to speak, but your voice is hoarse and weak. The creature tilts its head as if studying you, and then it speaks. Its voice is a low growl, like stones grinding together. You ask, your voice barely a whisper. The creature laughs, a harsh, grating sound that echoes through the trees. You ask again, desperation edging into your voice. But the creature shakes its head. It rises to its feet, its eyes gleaming with amusement. It circles you slowly, and you can see the predatory gleam in its eyes. You back away, but there's nowhere to go. The creature leans closer, and you can smell the stench of decay on its breath. You close your eyes, bracing for the end, but it doesn't come. Instead, you hear the creature snarl softly, and then it's gone, melting back into the darkness. You're left alone in the forest with your wounds and your fear, knowing that your captor is out there somewhere, watching you, waiting for you. You try to move, to escape, but your body won't obey. It's as if the creature has paralyzed you with fear. You collapse to the ground, defeated, knowing that you're at its mercy. And as the darkness closes in, you can't help but wonder what fate has in store for you next.